First off, thanks for everybody coming out. Senior day, and this is a really special group, seeing how it's over half our team. I managed to write everything down because I knew I wouldn't get through this otherwise, and I'm probably still not going to be able to. First thing I want to mention is Chris Nord. He wishes he could be here with these guys. I talked to him this morning. Obviously, he recruited these guys and has a special place in all of our hearts. He's off in the sun with the golf team today, and yeah, wishes he could be here with these guys. But yeah, new job on the golf course calls, I guess. Few people to thank really quickly, starting with Eric Tabor, our SID of the Stars. Has made the Grizz tennis team look good. Everyone kind of was saying like, oh, the media has been so much better this year. What's going on? And it's all Eric. It has nothing to do with me. He's been amazing. Yeah. Second piece of thanks goes to Catherine Olson, our trainer, who, yeah, she's been fantastic. Kept all these guys healthy, and seeing how we had no extra bodies this year, it was vital to our success. She's coming down to Phoenix with us, and yeah, she's one of the family for sure, so big thanks to Catherine. And we should have done a before and after picture with, well, all 7 of these guys, and the after picture is thanks to this guy, Sean Doherty, who's trained him the last 2 years, been nothing but motivational, inspirational, and really turned these guys into some really strong, healthy athletes. And yeah, I mean, Sean's part of the family too, so thanks, bud. And last, but certainly not least on the thank you list goes Jan Steenkamp, and we're thanking his family as well for sharing him with Grizz tennis. Anybody who knows anything about tennis knows Jan's as good as they get. Couldn't be better. Couldn't have a better eye. Couldn't be better with on-court coaching. And the fact we get to have him with us is, I feel like it's such a huge advantage over everybody else in the Big Sky. So yeah, thank you, Jan. All right, I'm going to try to speed through this just before the breakdown happens. Overview of these four seniors. All of them are all Big Sky academic at some point. These guys have led, for the first time in school history, the men's tennis team is the leading GPA for any sports team on campus, which is pretty incredible considering most of them are taking college in their second language. It blows my mind. I'm pretty sure, barring any mishaps this semester, everybody's graduating with honors. And yeah, I couldn't be more proud of them. I'm not going to try to like encapsulate 4 years of tennis or college in this, but I'm going to give you a little brief snippet of all of them. I'm going to lead off with Nacho Tarina from Madrid, Spain. Nacho's slacking through being a triple major with business marketing, excuse me, I'm going to get this wrong. International business and management. All right. I miswrote this down. Nacho came to us as a transfer after playing #1 at Union College. He could have stayed there and instead wanted to really challenge himself on a higher level. And yeah, we couldn't be more proud to have him here. He came in last year, was the leading singles winner at 16-3, was honorable mention all conference. Couldn't be more dedicated. In fact, he's so passionate about tennis, and he ends up sort of being the kid who tries too hard and maybe wants to play too much. And as a coach, I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. My funny story about Nacho is anyone who he cares about gets the finger at some point, and not the finger you're thinking of, but he gets the no finger. And I realized that he only gives the no finger to people he really cares about because his pursuit of perfection goes to other people. So the no finger goes to me anytime I try to speak any sort of Spanish. It's always no. Anytime his roommate Max tries to sit in the front seat of the car, he gets the no. Yeah, and I realize that's really his way of saying, like, I care about your Spanish, and I care about order, and yeah, he gets complimented everywhere we go at what an incredible tennis player he is and what a great ball striker he is. And yeah, Montana's been very lucky to have him for the 2 years we did, and I'm sad to see it come to an end. Get down here, man. Love you, buddy.
Thanks for it.
Yeah. Let me get a little Grizz jacket to rep.
All right.
All right. Next up is Victor Casadevall from Barcelona, Spain. Double major in econ and mathematics. Although looking at his math books, it's not anything I've recognized as math. Victor came to us as a freshman, wide-eyed, fighting for every point on court. That smile all the time, which is pretty infectious. And yeah, from day one, he was one of my favorite people to spend time with. Everybody who knows him knows this. He's been spectacular on court. I'll go through a couple of highlights. His sophomore year went undefeated in the Big Sky, was named first team all-conference. Victor has 72 career singles wins, including a 25-8 record this season after a fall season that was arguably the best in Grizzly tennis history. Won a tournament, was runner-up in a tournament, made the quarterfinals at the ITA Regional, which is really tough to do. Pete Fleming is here, another Grizzly tennis legend. Did you ever win a match at Regionals, Pete? That's how hard this tournament is, and Victor made it all the way through. A couple of funny things about Victor. We used to tease him for his lack of he's unbelievably smart, his lack of quick English comprehension. So as my way to like sort of fight this, I used to, I still do in fact, torture him with internet memes and jokes and puns and funny little sayings we had when we were kids. And after 4 years, I can't get anything past him. Now he knows everything I'm trying to do. The other funny Victor story is somehow he got nicknamed Carlos when he first came in, and it used to confuse a lot of other teams as people would cheer for Carlos and they wouldn't be sure who it was. But Victor's other funny thing was when he came, this is prior to Sean training him, his upper body strength was a little lacking. So his nickname his entire freshman year was One Pull-Up Carlos. Now the pull-ups, he can do them for days. He's super strong. And yeah, the biggest trait that I love about Victor is that he's one of the most self-aware and honest people I've ever been around. And it's served him really well on the tennis court. And I've come up to him and said, what's going on? He'll tell me, oh, I'm playing terrible, which never really is the truth. But I've never seen him do anything but the right thing in 4 years, which is an absolute tribute to what a great guy, great human being. And yeah, his tennis has spoke for itself. It's been a true joy to coach, and I look forward to being his friend for the rest of my life. So anyways, get down here, man. Next up is Onyx from Ingolstadt, Germany. He's a double major in Management Information System and Finance. And he's got a little internship this summer with PwC in San Francisco. Yannick was a beast on court from the day he arrived, honestly. And a funny side note is Chris Nord was the only one to offer you a college scholarship? Yeah, and I promise you college coaches across the country are regretting this. Yannick's notched 69 singles wins, and in the Big Sky Conference in his doubles career, he is 31-7, including being 7-0 with Max Cork this season. Yeah, Yannick was honorable mention all-conference as a freshman after going 10-1 in singles. His junior year, he was second team all-conference with Alex Kanellopoulos, and this season, he became, along with Alex, the first Grizzly male in tennis history here to be nationally ranked. Yeah, he's 20-8 this year, mostly at number 1, and he's carved out a spot as a true Grizzly tennis legend. So a couple things I love about Yannick is he's very German, and I mean that as a compliment. Organized, straightforward. You always know where you stand with him. He's occasionally extra serious, and his first 3 years he didn't suffer fools at all. Like if if you weren't doing things illogically, we would hear, what would we hear, Pete? Idiots. And this year that's softened a lot, and I want to say I'm taking like 1% credit for this, is that we've softened him a little bit, and now I think he just thinks idiots but moves on past it. I can promise you Onyx is going to be a success in anything he does, and the reason for that is I've never met anyone who has such an internal sense of belief in himself. If there's a match on the line, if you got a project due, I promise you, you want Onyx Schmiedel to be part of that. All these guys have the utmost confidence in him, and that comes from him having the utmost confidence in himself, and it's been amazing to watch. Yeah, and he's made my job incredibly easy with what a leader he's been. So, yeah, thanks, man. Come here, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, of course. Of course. All right, and last but certainly not least is Zach Fisher. Zach's a finance major from Tri-Cities, Washington, and Zach's probably not going to have the gaudy stats that some of these guys have, but his contribution is just as vital, I promise you. Zach, I first met Zach, he came with his lovely mom, and to come over and work with Chris Nord and I a little bit in the summer, and we weren't so sure he was ready for Division I tennis. And less than a year later, he was an anchor in our doubles lineup, and that's just a testament to the hard work he put in and the gap he closed. Played his sophomore year, got injured after a couple surgeries. Zach retired from tennis, and literally one of the first things I did when I was lucky enough to take over this fall from Chris was call Zach and say, is there any way you'd want to finish your senior year with us? Because we missed him. We missed his presence in the gym. We missed his presence on the court. I miss someone having to talk NFL football with, because these guys can't do it. So Zach not only did it once, but once again, after 18 months off, closed the gap and put himself right back in the mix to play some tennis at a Division I level. And the fact he kind of took away from the occasional social function he likes to attend to have endless time on road trips and all sorts of nights in the Holiday Inn Express to be a part of this is really special. Yeah, and the idea that he isn't unbelievable at tennis shouldn't be missed. I don't know anyone else who has a huge mural of them up in their home club, their home tennis club in the Tri-Cities, and not to mention Zach is the only person up here who boasts an undefeated record in singles competition after he smashed a kid earlier this month at Idaho State. So we're going to add to that today, hopefully, as Zach's going to be anchoring the number 6 spot in singles. If you look up winning personality in the dictionary, it's Zach Fisher, man. I'm telling you. All right, last thing I've got. Oh, Zach, come down here. I got one final sentence. Dude, thanks, man.
Thank you, sir.
All right. And in closing, before we get on to some tennis, I think the true measure of success for any group of student athletes is that they leave a program better than they found it. And these guys found a really good program when they came here, and somehow they've managed to make it a lot better. And these guys are lucky that they got exposed to this level of leadership and hard work and dedication day in and day out. And yeah, it's been a joy to be a part of. So yeah, go Grizz.